Hi everyone, and welcome to Jimmy Draws Art. I'm your host, Jimmy Dragon, and today, let's draw Sailor Moon. And not just Sailor Moon, we're going to draw her alter ego, I guess, Princess Serenity of some sorts. So, yeah, basically let's go ahead and get down to this. And I think I'm going to just go ahead and talk about the drawing this time, actually. So, basically what you see me doing right now, I am doing what is kind of like a transfer. I basically did this quick sketch. So it's just basically Princess Serenity, Sailor Moon. Just went ahead and did a pencil sketch first of this particular drawing. And as you can see, I'm basically taping it to a much more nicer piece of paper. It's more of a Bristol board that I'm taping it to from this sketch page that I'm doing. And just basically just run it over again. Redo the drawing onto this nicer piece of paper. So yeah, this is what you see me doing, just tracing basically the sketch that I originally did. And then I go ahead and just undo the masking tape that I taped the paper to. There you go. And as you can see here on this one, it's a little faded, but that is an actual drawing. And then I go ahead and just redo the drawing again. Yeah, so yeah, I don't know what you might think about this particular process, but for me, it's kind of a nicer way of getting a sketch drawing that I like, that I've done, and just redo it on a nicer piece of paper, so that way I can go ahead and do the inks and stuff like that. So this is kind of like my process of what I like to do every now and then. So basically at this point in time, I go ahead and start inking the page. And to be completely honest with you, the inks themselves did not go very well for me. I don't know what happened. I was doing the brush inks and just overall it did not look right after I got done with the inking. Basically I knew it was kind of a train wreck as soon as I started inking. Pretty much when I started inking the eyes. When I saw the eyes, I was just like, you know what, I don't like the way this looks. I actually even went back to some cases using the micron pens and basically just kind of tried my best to clean things up. And to be completely honest with you, it wasn't a success. I just wasn't happy with the inks this time around. The page was a complete mess. I tried cleaning it up, but overall, I ended up actually redoing the line work actually on the computer using the Huion tablet. So basically what you see here is the redone inks that I did on the computer. So yeah, I kind of went ahead and just basically took my original, I didn't take the original sketch, but I took the ink work because it was a nice cleaner version, and I just redid the inks. And now you can see me basically just going around and doing my coloring process that I like to do. So I basically go ahead and just trace around the area of the color that I want to get done, and bloop, just plop my paint bucket down, and next thing you know, I got a nice filled in area of color that I like to use. So that's basically what I do, just trace around the area that I want to have done, and then just trace around some more. So just like what I'm doing right here, just trace around again, and then I go ahead and take my paint bucket and I just go ahead and plop, there you go. So basically this drawing that I'm actually doing of Princess Serenity was actually a request drawing actually. And the request drawing was actually done, or actually the request was actually by my wife. She wanted me to actually do this, so I went ahead and I thought, you know what, I think I will do this. This is kind of a nice drawing. I liked Sailor Moon when I was growing up. Although it's been quite a few years, I don't quite remember the whole Princess Serenity portion of it all. But yeah, this is basically my rendition of that, actually. So did some research, looked up my references of Sailor Moon in her beautiful white dress that she has, and I just go ahead and just, color it in and all that. So basically, yeah, this is kind of like my little drawing I'm doing again. So yeah. And plop, there's some more paint. Yep. I kind of like doing this. It's always fun. It's always so much fun to actually just paint and color on the computer for me. And plop, there it goes. So yeah, I'm basically doing a voiceover of this. So basically right now I am now going over ahead and doing my shadows. So my shadowing work, do a very simple process basically. I work on a separate layer of the shadows, and I basically have a layer option basically in Photoshop, and I set the layer to a multiply, and then I basically just take a 25% gray and I kind of just start going over, and I will go over a second time with a 50% gray for the darker shadows too. And if I go even more, then I basically just continue on with a 75 and then so forth. Some more plopping down of the colors basically. So yeah, I'm having lots of fun here, of course. So yeah, just basically this is my little, I don't know, I figure maybe this time I'll try something a little different with the voiceovering, and I'm kind of just going along with this real time actually as I'm watching this, just kind of going over. And see, there you go. Like I told you, I just go ahead and go through it a second time. And this is with a 50% gray over the same layer, basically. I'm not using a different layer this time around. I'm just using the same layer and going around it on a 50%. So, yeah. Now I'm going to go ahead and actually work on the highlights. Highlights, I actually do use a different layer. And this time I also use the same 25% gray, but this time I'm also basically going ahead and using a second layer, and I set that layer to more of a screen opacity. And then I go ahead and work on the blushies here. I like working on the blushies. There's an artist on YouTube. His name is Mark Riley. I also watch him a lot too. He likes his blushies. So if you're doing anime, you gotta have the blushies. I don't know. I don't know if it's a written rule or unwritten rule. You gotta have the blushies. But yeah. And now basically I'm adding a little more effects with the eyes. Just basically giving them a shine. And this time around, I decided that I wanted to try do something with the wings on her dress. And so basically I wanted an opacity behind the layer. So basically I wanted the wings to be a see-through look, have this, opacity look to it. So basically I didn't want the dark lines. So I basically went ahead and decided to just repaint the line art in this department here. So yeah, so they are being repainted completely white this time around. Figure something different. So now I'm working on the background, because I'm pretty much at this point getting the finishing touches going down. So working on the background. I always work on the backgrounds last. So, and as you can see, the opacity is working pretty well. There it goes. Okay. Yeah, the opacity, as you can see in the wings, are seeing through, as you can see. So yeah, it makes the wings pop out, but yet at the same time you can see through them. So And because it is Sailor Moon, and she is Princess Serenity, and she is in this, I don't know, I guess you can say like a crystal palace. So basically I decided to go ahead and try to draw, I don't know, fractal looking designs. And then also I'm trying to do little light beams coming down. So that's what I'm doing here. I'm doing a light beam effect. So basically taking an airbrush effect in Photoshop from the paintbrushes and just kind of going back and forth with the paintbrush and making this nice, wonderful, you know, skylight effect. And then I go ahead and give them a blur a little bit. I give the background a bit of a blur, as you can see. So as you can see, it's more like a distant thing. So yeah, I use a lot of Photoshop filters like the Gaussian blur, and I just use that to make the backgrounds, you know, look a little more distant away basically at this point. Let's go ahead and add my final finishing touch. We'll add my signature down here. Yeah, that's right. Every artist should sign their pictures, I believe so. Anyway, thanks for watching. I think we'll wrap this video up. So let's pop up the image of what it really looks like. There we are. And there's the end of it. Thanks for watching. Some videos are popping up here. So, alright. That's the end of it. I think I will thank you for watching this video. Please like and subscribe and all that wonderful stuff. Thank you for watching, and we'll catch you in the next video. Thank you, and bye-bye. Bye-bye.